Fort Collins, Colorado. They were going to spend the summer serving with Athletes in Action. And so what we knew about Jarrod was he was a good tennis player at the state of Indiana, and he was at Ball State now, and he was a member of the Athletes in Action Christian group on campus, and that's kind of what we knew about him, and that was good enough. So we spent 10 minutes getting to know him, and he told us a little bit about his parents, and then they took off, and they were off for the summer, and a lot of pictures came back of him and my son really bonding. And then there was a third guy involved, Jason Eisenman, and he is here too with my son Jordan and Jarrod's brothers, and then two of Jarrod's high school teammates too. So this is a guy that is very, very loyal. He's also a guy that's become somewhat of a son to us and a brother to Jordan and Kristen. He's become my pool guy over the last couple summers. If you own a pool, you know you need some young muscle and young energy from time to time. And last couple summers when he came up to see John and Patty, we knew that he would stop by our house. And I got to say, Jarrod, we planned some big jobs around your visit, so I got around that. And we had the pleasure of meeting Kathryn last New Year's Eve, and she came up to Brownsburg to our niece's house. We were having just a family get-together on New Year's. We weren't going any place, so it's just casual. It's jeans and it's slippers. 3 of the women in our family at Christmas or at New Year's Eve were pregnant, so the night wasn't going until 10 or 11 o'clock anyways. And we're waiting for these two and catch up with Jarrod and to meet Kathryn. The door opens up and there's my pool guy with this beautiful girl, and they walk in like they're coming from the cover of a magazine. and I'm thinking these two are just way overdressed for this party. Surely they're going someplace else. But we got to know Kathryn pretty quick. My son-in-law Noah, who is from Middlebourne, which isn't too far from here. He's a WVU grad, so go Mountaineers. And so when Kathryn found out where he was from, I think the comment was, "That's the Hicks," or "That's from the Sticks," or something. It was kind of like, okay, this is how it's going to be. So Kathryn kind of just got right into the family real quick. And so within a half an hour, they had friends that they knew together here in West Virginia. And I know probably within an hour's time, Kathryn was feeling a little bit at ease in our family. And over the last 11 months, we have seen her quite a few times and just have fallen in love with her also. And just a wonderful young woman. And they both are just very energetic. These two, from what I have seen, especially the last 2 months, they do not settle for anything. They're just go-getters. And so I'm thinking about your tennis, and I'm thinking about the night when we met Kathryn. We knew that they played tennis together, and so we knew there was a little bit of a background. I didn't know too much of the story yet, but during New Year's Eve, Jarrod did say to me, you know, when we get married, I'd like you to officiate the wedding. And I thought, wow, that's this guy knows exactly what he wants. He's kind of predestined this day. And then I found out that he said that to his mom years ago when these two, when their paths crossed, playing tennis around the country. You know, who knows how many miles mom and dad have driven and flown to be with their children and to take them and support them, but that's what good parents do. But there's been times where they have seen each other and the parents have talked to the other children. Jarrod tells a story of you, Rich, where he's doing his laundry and you make the comment to him, you'll make a good husband one day. And then Patty tells a story of talking to Kathryn in an elevator and just small talk and asking her how she's doing in the tournament. And I think that's the time that Jarrod said, I'm going to marry her one day. Patty tells a story last night about when Jarrod was talking about dating Kathryn and how serious he was, and she couldn't quite remember the girl. She just hoped it was the girl from the elevator. And I remember that story, and I thought that was just very, very touching. So thinking about your tennis years and knowing you two and know that you're not afraid of hard work and long hours. You put them in for things that you're passionate and that you love. You're not afraid of aches and pains and that kind of thing to get here. And I've seen you work hard in your collegiate life and past. You guys are very passionate about what you do and everything that you do, and everybody around you will know who you are. You will always do the best job. And that's the way that they have approached their wedding day, when they called me to tell me that this is what they wanted their businessman friend to come here and do this. And I said, absolutely. And they weren't the type of couple to say, we'll give you the time and the date, be there. They said, we'd like to hear some counseling from you, and we'd like to be involved with that. And it was like, absolutely, let's be involved. And over the last 2 months, they have worked very, very hard. It's been a good study for me also, to remember to be this young and to have a lot of questions. And so they're just kind of leaning on me for a little bit of guidance, maybe a little bit of biblical influence also. And so I've asked them tough questions that they've had to answer in front of each other. I've asked them tough questions they've had to answer in front of me. And I've asked them to complete assignments and to read scriptures and meditate over the words, to pray to God for strength and to replace the fear that they were feeling. You know, the training doesn't end here. You know, you've always known what the objective has been in clinical situations or coaching a game or a match. The objective has always been the best. The objective has always been maybe winning, but the objective has always been, and I think my battery just died. The objective has always been to just do their best. And so that is still what you need to do today, Jarrod. You need to be the best husband to Kathryn. And Kathryn, that is what you need to be. You need to be the best wife. You know, I'm not an expert at this. I've been married 36 years, and there's a lot of people who've been married a lot longer than that. But you can ask anybody out here, and they're still learning every day about their spouse. But I would say the objective today and for the rest of your life is to just love one another every day. That's it. Love one another every day. When you get up today, and if you did a great job at loving her, then good for you. But now you have to show her again. And the same thing with you, Kathryn. You need to say, what can I do to surprise him and show him how much I love him? And Jarrod, you need to wake up and you need to think, what can I do to make Kathryn's life better today? Don't worry about the cheesy Hallmark days 3 or 4 times a year. Do it daily. It's a daily thing. The objective now is to love one another every day. And now Kathryn's cousin Amy will come up and read from 1 John 4, 16 through 19. And there have been 3 scriptures that they've been looking over